Hello, everybody. I hope you're ready for some Zenless Zone Zero tonight. Anyways, first we're going to do a little bit of Genshin Impact because, as usual, I have not done the dailies today. So, yeah, let's get started. Oh, and is tomorrow like all isn't today like an update day for Zenless? I don't really know. I mean, anyways, we'll have to see whether Zenless is live today. Hmm. Oh, and today's Venti's birthday today, so happy birthday. I don't think so. Where anyways, if Zenless isn't live today, we'll just play some. We'll probably just do some Wuthering Waves. I my but you so despise. That was quick. When will CCC go? Oh, apparently Zenless will not be live today. I guess we'll just have to do some Genshin then, since we're already here. Sorry about that. I'll just update everything after the daily cons. That was quick. Sorry, guys. Look like we'll have to do Zenless tomorrow. But hey, at least we can get some of the Archon quests done. Yeah. It, the, I think it's best that they just get it over with. I'm clearly not lacking it. So, that's a pretty sweet deal. Get it? I think I better update things. I think I better update some shit before we continue. Why isn't it? Ah, here it is. Time. Let's start. Hold on. I don't know. Come on. It's not really.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, gods should broaden their horizons in the world below.
So...
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Let's start this then.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
Where is that? Oh.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kave, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them. Come and introduce yourself.
What kind of names are those?
This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen these two in murals.
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough. No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, the restoration of ancient ruins, and elemental theory. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work.
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving your utmost devotion to this project.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors.
That's Gen Z in a nutshell.
For King Deshret.
No, that's not what he meant. Please don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for?
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the
I don't think Ben is the
ostentatious
name of the
displays of
Egyptian
respect
god.
to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly. This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
So where do we have to go
You
from
may
here?
attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated by humans.
So where do we have?
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them, but more because he was wary of you.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the procedures outlined in the engineering plan.
Hello there, youngsters.
Wow,
The Ibis King came to
that's
life.
quite the jump scare.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha.
Oh,
Ruin the Akasha.
but how?
But I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of the scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers,
Time for a lore
descended
drop,
upon
I
Sumeru.
suppose.
The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. Two other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the three met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance, We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcended both time and life. For they promised that in Sumeru, wisdom would be shared with all. All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing, that he lost all interest in state affairs, and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well,
But
if
there
the
we
two
go, then.
share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis,
Someone's
you
suffering
don't
from
plan on getting
burnout.
directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. What he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the 3 questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer a little help. Who's in charge again? Is it you two?
Yes, me and him.
Obviously.
Now then, close your eyes. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Where did this come from?
Oh,
Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
yep. Tutorial's gonna be involved. How are you supposed to do this? Ah. Oh. Let's try now. Aha! Let's see what happens. Oh. Huh. Who would have guessed?
Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Herein lie verses written for the Yellow Sands. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aru kept a record of this.
Well, you learn something new
as
every
long as
day.
you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now.
And time to, I don't know, get rid of these, I suppose. Aha!
Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
These are all reports about the Gurabad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
I wonder.
Scanning.
Huh. Oops. Probably should have waited until... Yeah. She is never... Whatever. Sound. Sound. What? Oh. I think I got it now. Aha! The only question is whether Wanderer's gonna show up. Because you know this is gonna be his hour.
Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
Whew.
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then. Hup.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's Sobek the Crocodile King!
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Oh look, it's Zack
Yes,
Angola.
although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that I feel.
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response.
Maybe she's busy.
This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who serve King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king?
I'm not.
The story begins a
Time for
long
another
time
lore drop,
ago.
ladies and gems.
Al-Ahmar was always a wishful thinker where the Dendro dragon was concerned. Without consulting her, he decided to list her among the 7 pillars and declared his own power to be far superior to hers. That was when our king was at the height of his power. Ibis Goti and I were no match for him. And so we chose to
Goti?
submit
Is that like a
and
nickname
serve
for him or
as his
something?
ministers. But not a pep. No, she never thought much of him. To a pep, Al-Ahmar's pride and sense of superiority were nothing but ignorance and hubris. In fact, they fought numerous times, but usually the battle ended in a draw. In the end, King Deshret coveted the power of Celestia, only to end up corrupted by knowledge. His final act was to trick the dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
Yep. Yeah, I'm guessing this is like when we did that second story quest for Nahida.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the 7, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. How ironic. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the pep?
That's always been.
For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
No, that was the
It
Tooth
seems
Fairy.
the treatment was effective.
No, duh.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Is that a pep?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm.
So
Only
what?
those who
She's
make it
saying
through
she's a
this
real
wilderness
softie
can
underneath?
know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
So, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep?
No,
Do
that's
my
Santa
eyes
Claus.
deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again.
You're absolutely
unless
welcome, I
absolutely
guess.
necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
Thank you, I suppose.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on.
Really?
just
What tipped you
hold
that
on,
off?
Okay? We're almost there. We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. It's...
Since when is she voiced?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the Aranara doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay?
Sure.
Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions.
More importantly, who is Sarusha's VA? Come on.
Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now.
Poof. Oh, you can't use skills. Oh, okay then. So. I want it. Relax. We're not gonna bite. We're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna hurt you.
Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Voluka. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well?
I'm so tired.
Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back there. And you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Oh, excuse me. Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too! Just let me know where I'm needed. Up to no good?
Which two?
That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to investigate the situation Arabalika spoke of?
No problem. Leave it to us.
Thank you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there. Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful of dreams. Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass.
So you don't want us, huh?
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro Archon, you're back.
Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Ermin's soul. It's a sound plan, although... I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but with the state that Ermin's soul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means. Even the Akasha won't change that.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
I think it's supposed to say desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh look, are we going to see the Wanderer again?
Follow.
We can't.
Hey, we're here!
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Of course there's
Let's
a
say I'll
catch.
treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed a list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people
What, are
talking,
no females
but currently
involved?
we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were you.
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you.
Let's see. Oh, didn't wait for us to get down to the ground.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What's that he's looking at? A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could be highly valuable. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress.
Ooh.
You definitely know
They
if you've
had
seen
me
her.
at blonde.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Core of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with unknown people, whoever they might be.
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know? If not, I'd better try and catch up with them.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying anything.
No need for that. I'm strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here. You might have just saved my life, you know?
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back? I hope for your sake that it's priceless.
Actually, I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both be in big trouble.
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask. We don't want to ruin our relationship before we even hit the road.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well. Take a look at this.
No one shows up.
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet trade. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am. I don't know how this happened. One thing led to another, and look how it ended up. I just hope our client doesn't get spooked and cancel their order.
Fingers crossed. But either way, life goes on, and we all have to make a living somehow.
hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What are you doing?
Why didn't you explain it?
This is the coin? Good. Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence. Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail
Oh,
a target.
look who it is.
Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine, I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
I think I'll just...
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be quiet?
Yeah.
Paimon, are you sure about this?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try, you'll never know. Besides, being the best guide in Tibet has to count for something. This should be a piece of cake.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong, I'll have to gag you and shove you into a bush.
Ouch.
No need! Paimon will be super careful. Promise.
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Coming!
Okay, so maybe I'm going to switch over to Japanese because I want to hear Muzan's voice coming out of Totore.
遅い。ついてこいなんて言ってないよ。
They have not made it. What's not?
遅い。
He doesn't care.
Kasachi, ここだね。さあ、待ち伏せよ。パイモン、何を企んでいるんだい？
おいら別に何も。
君はガイド以外には 神職にしか興味がなかったはず。急に危険な任務の手伝いを買って出るなんて、あからさまに不自然だ。
なんだよその言い草。オイラだって危険な場所には何度も行ってるんだぞ。
それも旅人と一緒に、だろ。君はめったに単独行動しない。標的が来るまでまだ時間がありそうだ。今ならもし話があれば聞いてやってもいいけど、無理に話さなくてもいい。好きにすれば？
なあ、オイラのこと役立たずだと思うか？
え？
なぜ急にそんなことを？
夜くらいを旅してた時気づいたんだ。毎日旅人と一緒にいるけど、あいつが本当にピンチな時にオイラは何もしてやれてないって。あまりこんなこと考えないんだけど、あの時は本当に怖かったんだ。もしあいつが二度と帰ってこなかったらって思うと、オイラ考えれば考えるほどオイラって全然役に立ってない気がしてきて。でも足手まといになりたくないんだ。あいつにとってもっと頼れる友達になりたいんだ。わかるか？なんていうか、自分が友達の何の役にも立ててない感覚みたいな。おいら何言ってるんだろうな。
僕に話して正解だ。その気持ちはよくわかるよ。
そっち。
忠告というわけじゃないけど、人は自己不信に陥った時、諦めるか変わるかを選ぶことができる。この問題は自分自身で乗り越えない限り、誰の慰めも意味をなさないんだ。だから強くなりたいなら、もっと役に立ちたいなら、とにかく挑戦してみればいい。少なくとも後悔はしないはず。それにしても妙だ。もう指定の時間のはず。パイモン、あたりに人影は見えないか？
どれどれ？
あと1時間だけ待ってみよう。それでも動きがなければ撤退する。
わかった。おかしいな。こんなに待っても誰も来ないぞ。大事な取引をすっぽかすなんてありえるのか？どうかしたのか？
何かが引っかかる。セノが捕らえた裏切り者は確かに自身の任務を全うした。けどあいつと落ち合うはずの相手は待ち合わせに現れなかった。これは指示役が捕まったというより、裏切り者が切り捨てられたと考える方が自然だね。
でもあいつが切り捨てられたって知る方法がないだろ？偵察くらい来そうなもんだけどな。
問題はそこなんだ。奴らは僕たちがここにいることを知るはずがない。けどまさか妙に馴染みのある手口だ。とにかく一旦戻ろう。
こんな状況だからちゃんとした会議は開けないけれど、みんなの協力に心から感謝するわ。
現在シェセプワンクとベンヌ、学者たちが R の整備を手伝っています。彼らの欠席をご容赦ください。そして今は亡きヘルマヌビスに心より哀悼を捧げます。
いつかあなたたちと会う日が来ると思っていたけれど、こうして集まってみるとやっぱり感慨深いわね。時間は多くのものを奪っていったけれど、残されたものをより強固にもしたわ。
一つ驚いたことがある。指摘させていただこう。送信よ。一見調子は良さそうだが、草の竜王から与えられた生命力では抱える問題を完全に解決できておられないのだろう。
そんなアベプの力でもダメなのか？心配しないでタイモ。全く効果がなかったわけじゃないわ。ただ世界樹とのつながりが深すぎて、世界樹の問題が解決しない限り完全に回復することはないの。あなたたちが封印されていた間、スメールは大きく変化を遂げたわ。魔人が去ったことで人々の信仰は弱まり、あなたたちも自分に以前ほどの力がないことに気づいているでしょ。
ええ、誠に嘆かわしいことです。
私も世界樹の影響で弱ってしまっているわ。今の私たちはみんなボロボロの状態ね。
それはつまり
今私たちにはもっと助けが必要よ。スメールは私たちみんなの故郷だもの。私とあなたたちが、神と人が今こそ全ての力を一つにすべき時よ。
親王アフマルがいようといまいと三王の盟約は変わらず有効です。そして我らもキング・デシェレトの進化としてスメールを支え、最悪を乗り越えられるよう尽力する責任があります。それに我らをアールという牢獄から解放したのは他ならぬスメールの民です。時代が移ろう中で人間は確かな知恵を身につけたようですね。
おやおや、相変わらず羊は口が達しちゃった。
さて、我らはあなたたちの計画についてさらに深く理解しておくべきでしょう。
人間の中でも傑出した存在である教霊院の逆者たちが R を解放し改造しています。彼らはそれも世界中のためだと言っていますが。
ええ、そうね。世界樹は最初からテイワットに存在していたわ。けれど竜が統治していた時代は今ほど重要な役割を担ってはいなかったの。天理は降臨した後、公開の力を元素力に変えたわ。そして世界樹もあらゆる情報を記録する保存装置へと改造されたのよ。それ以来この世の全ては世界樹と深く結びつくようになったの。私は送信として世界樹を守る責任を負っているわ。けれどスメールにとって世界樹は大事な存在であると同時に現実的な危機をもたらす存在でもある。ここ数年テイワットには異変が続いているわ。少し前にナドクライでも大きな事件があったし、スメールも警戒を強めないといけないわね。外部から世界樹へと転送できる経路は全て私が何とか管理していたけれど、それでも重大な問題が起きてしまった。きっと何らかの存在が侵入したのでしょうね。それはこの世界で最もありふれていて誰にも止めることができない手段、死を通じて世界樹に侵入したのよ。
だとしたら確かに防ぐ手立てはありません。いつ起きるかもわからない侵入のために魂が地脈へ帰るのを際限なく阻むわけにはいきませんから。
ええ、外敵を防ぐことは重要だけれど、それと同じくらい亡くなった人たちの魂の安らぎも重要だと思うわ。
送信様の苦悩を理解してくれ。
守護とは常にままならぬものだな。
世界樹が侵入されたほぼ直後に私の権限は制限されてしまったわ。それとほぼ同時に世界樹はあらゆる接続を拒絶したの。
ご自身を責められる必要はありません。すべ
I
ての
wonder
災
if
難を
the
予
Tories
測できる
behind
者な
this.
どいないのですから。世界には常に苦難がつきまとうものです。
でも、その代償をスメールの人々に払わせるわけにはいかないわ。どうにかして、もう一度世界樹に接続する方法を見つけないと。
故に R が必要なのですね。
ええ。スメール中を探しても、総合的な性能で世界樹に匹敵しうる存在は、アフマルが残した R だけよ。私が意識を失う直前、わずかに世界樹に干渉することしかできなかったわ。R の解放は、みんなにとって苦渋の決断だったでしょうし、同時にとても危険な賭けでもあったのよ。学者たちは当初、R の力を借りてアーカー社を再起動し、それを通じて世界樹に接続して調査することを考えていたわ。けれど、世界樹が想像以上に悪化してしまった今となっては、それも無意味になってしまったわね。問題を解決するには、計画をより過酷で犠牲を厭わない方向へと進めるしかない。そうして予備案が生まれたのよ。今、世界樹奪還のために最も優れた学者たちが R を改造して複数の目的を同時に果たそうと試みているわ。彼らの要請に応えてくれて本当にありがとう。
幾千年もの間に人類の知恵は確かに深まったようです。それに我らだけでなく、ジンに、アランナラ、そして彼へも協力を申し出てくれました。
全力を尽くして世界中を救いましょう。
ところで、先ほど話していた侵入者についてのあなたの口ぶりは、まるでその人物を知っていて、そうすることを知っていたかのようでしたが。
それについては。
What's going on? You mean we haven't even started? Oh wait, is this like the latter half of the Archon quest?
Shisho, あれは世界中なの？
どうしてこんなことに？まさか中はも
う。全員無事に避難できてよかったな。
なんだあれ、怖すぎる
ぞ。ほう、これで送信様の意志が明確に伝わったな。
数千年の間、世界中にこれほどの異常が現れたことは一度もなかったぞ。
続けてください。
世界樹の根茎、すなわち地脈ね。本来、世界樹は秘匿されていて、人々がそう簡単に見ることはできなかったの。けれど今、悪意ある侵入によって、その姿があらわになってしまったのよ。もはや、貪欲な木へとなり下がってしまったわ。狂気的な実験が次の段階へ進んだということね。
冒涜ですか。冒涜という名の実験なんてまともだとは思えません。ですが、ドットーレの意志を貫徹するため、我々はこうするしかないのです。
この木の誕生は、事件が彼と関係しているという証明になったわ。それについて説明するには、ある人物について話さないといけないわね。
ザンディク、奴だったのか。以前砂漠で会ったことがあります。あの不遜な態度の若者が、まさかそのような人間になり果てていたとは。
Yep. You know who Sandik is? I guess he hasn't died.
ファデュイにはまだ彼の残党がいるのでしょうね。けれど、彼がどうやって世界中にこれほどの影響を及ぼしたのかはわからないわ。
あなたの言う通り、ファデュイの部隊はすでにスメールシティに到着しているわ。
They have?
世界中そのものにも異変が起きているようね。邪悪な成長を始めて、この世界に属さない者が外へ向かって権限しようとしているわ。ごめんなさい。他にどう表現すればいいかわからなくて。とにかく、あれは世界樹から生まれて、徐々に実体を得ようとしているの。
罪深き大樹が空へと伸びていく。
ドットーレといえば、僕もいくつか情報を得た。
お？
盗み聞きされる可能性があったから外では言わなかったけど、内通者は捕まったから切り捨てられたわけじゃなくて、最初から捨て駒だったんだろう。
つまりファデュイは初めから彼には期待していなかったということか。だとしたら何のために内通者を送り込んだんだ。
確かに普通はこんなことしない。背後にある目的はとても複雑なものだろうね。ただ一人、こういう手口を好むやつを僕は知っている。そいつの目的は単純だ。意図を悟らせずに人々を混乱に陥れること。ただそれだけさ。そいつは以前からずっとドットーレの協力者だった。それだけでこの件がドットーレと関わっていると断言できる。
まだ準備すべきものはたくさんある。皆、我々の核心となる計画を忘れるなよ。
さっきの話し合いの通り、今から言う人たちはすぐに行動を開始してちょうだい。アルハイゼン、ガーベイ、R 改造計画はすぐにでも次の段階へ進めないといけないわ。二人ともよろしく頼むわね。
全力を尽くします。プランに問題はありませんが、実現するには材料が必要です。
端末の改造に必要な材料は大マハマトラのセノが率いるチームが担当してくれるかしら。
問題ありません。セトスとカサッチにも手伝ってもらうよう話をつけてやります。
こういうのは足の速い人が適任だろ、カサッチ。
効率を考えれば僕たち以外に選択肢はないだろうね。
先ほど話に出た元素力増幅装置に関してだが、ドリーさん、君は送信様以外でこの計画の進捗を最もよく知る人物の一人のはずだ。
そこは私、サンヌマハベイ様にお任せをね。
Oh, Dory, never change your Japanese
ドリーさんの
VA.
他に技術面はファルザン、コレイ、ニコさんが協力してくれる。
任せるのじゃ。わかった。
コレイは私がしっかりと見ておくから安心してね。
ディシアさん、キャンディスさん、ネフェルさん、3人には各勢力との交渉を任せたい。我々の目標は覚えているな。
あたしらに任せときな。
よし、もろもろを頼んだぞ。ティナリは各部門の機動支援に当たってくれ。問題ないな。
かわいそうに。毎日こき使われてナフィスの教え子というのも大変じゃ。
おいボレめ、仲間割れを煽るつもりか。
大丈夫だよ。これは先生がみんなの能力を信頼してることの証明だから。僕はみんなのバックアップってことだけど、 緊急で対応しなきゃいけない場面はそうそうないだろうし。
最後に、旅人。あなたは、私と一緒に、ナタの国境へ向かってほしいの。そしてそれが終わったら、何人かと一緒に、永遠のオアシスへ行きましょう。
永遠のオアシス。そんな伝説みたいな場所、本当に存在するのか？
ナタですか。国の中心人物同士、本来であればもっと正式な形で顔を合わせるべきなのですが、今はスメールから外へ通じる道がほとんど残されていません。このような形でエンジンマービカと面会するのは礼儀に反するが、皆よろしく頼むぞ。
君たちの方こそ無理はしないことだね。
その通りじゃ。特に宗神様はまだ回復しきっておらんのじゃからな。
心配いらないわ。アペプがくれた力が私を支えてくれるもの。
そうだぞ。オイラたちがついてるんだから、ナヒーダは絶対に大丈夫だ。
ええ、私は自分もみんなのことも信じているわ。それじゃ行動開始よ。
最終的な作戦がどの程度うまくいくかはアーカー社の改造状況次第だ。目標を達成するには R をさらに最適化する必要がある。
ああ、分かってる。
これからの行動だが、すでにアーカー社端末を持っているスメール人はそのまま元の端末を使えばいい。問題は傭兵や砂漠の民、その他の特殊な事情を抱えた者たちだ。これまで端末を受け取ったことがない人々の分が圧倒的に不足している。
R の改造や新端末の製作には希少な素材が必要だ。今のところ0秒内のプライマル構造体が現地調達できる素材としては最適だね。それにしても今回のプロジェクト、全く時間に余裕がないな。
R の合併改造計画は2人に任せた。この計画に失敗は許されない。大変だろうがよろしく頼むぞ。素材の方は先ほど話した通り、大マハマトラのセノとカサッチ君に任せている。キングデシェレトの霊廟の構造に詳しいセトス君も一緒だ。彼がついていれば彼らも迷うことはないだろう。
彼なら信頼できる。俺たちは今のうちに休んでおこう。
そうだな。素材が揃い次第作業を開始しよう。整列、しっかりついてくるんだ。
何もそこまで肩肘張る必要はないだろ
う。いつものことだよ。君も知ってるだろ。
目標は覚えているか？余分なプライマル構造体を見つけ次第素材に変えるんだ。
キングデシェレトの七柱は何も言わなかったのかい？
トートは放っておいても意味がない。好きに使うといいと言っていた。
So this is what it's like playing as Sino.
この身で万象を粛清する。やな手強いな。罪を償うがいい。
ごめん、ちょっとどいてくれる？
礼をわきまえる虫けら死にたいようだね。
Let's see.
天へと前。はっやっとはっ笑える。やっはっはっ先手必勝。ザク風よ。
この装置は故障しているが何かに使えるかもしれない。念のために持ち帰ろう。
Kind of redundant when we already have this, but okay.
ついて属性を見下ろさん。少量してやる。お前の罪を。対価を断つ。知恵の頂点よ。せっはっはっはっと図が高い。やっはっはっ風よ。やっ
Wait, are they actually helping us?
そこ。一体どれだけ必要なんだ。
アーカー社端末を持っていない者全員に一つずつ配る必要がある。
アーカー社端末は非常に強力で、君自身も影響を受けたことがあるって言ってなかったっけ。
教練員はアーカー社を史上最も強力で完璧な知識補助システムと称している。どれほどの力を秘めているか想像に難くないだろう。
確かにね。僕とカサッチはアーカー社端末を持ってないんだよね。
手に入れるいい機会じゃないか。
あららららら、遠くまで運んでくださってありがとうございます。本当に大変だったでしょ。でこぼこで歩きづらく、危険だらけの道中だったはずです。わあ、ご一緒できればよかったのですが、計画をよく知る者として、ここを離れるわけにはいきませんものね。ほう、わしの組み立てを見よ。どうじゃ、まさに完璧じゃろう。じゃが本当にこんなにいるのか。計画ではそのようですわ。あらゆる面で素晴らしい装置ですけれど、いかんせんコストが少々高くつくのか。
資金の大半は君が出してるって聞いたけど。
そんなことはありませんわ。教練員も相当出資してくださりましたから、それに比べれば私の協力なんてほんのちょっとのものですわ。もちろん普段に比べれば利益なんてないも当然ですけれど、こんな状況では稼ぎにくいですわね。デザインには美学を感じるのう。こんなに小さな装置で公開の力を復元できるとは面白い。
先輩は公開の力の講義には行ったの？あの日見かけなかった気がするけど。
おお、行ったぞ。ただほんの少し遅刻してしまっての、裏口の外で縮こまって聞く羽目になったのじゃが。とにかく公開の力、元素力、そしてアビスの力、三者の関係はちゃんと理解できておるぞ。
ならよかった。先生がこっそり教えてくれたんだけど、 公開の力と元素力の転換に関する知識はむやみに広めるべきじゃないらしいんだ。それでも学者たちはお構いなしに情報を共有したわけだけど、
あらあらあら、人の口にとは立てられぬとは、まさにこのことですわね。
最初は宗神様もみんなの身を案じて詳細を言いたがらなかったんだけど、その後考え直したみたいで、存亡の危機に共に立ち向かうよう先生たちに話したんだ。誰かを危険から遠ざけて守るには、その人に理由を知られないようにする必要があるよね。けど誰かに知識を理解して実践してもらいたいなら、その知識の本質を伝えなくちゃならない。伝えれば僕たちも危険にさらされることになる。問題解決の可能性を餌に、様々な手段で人々を追求の道に誘い込む葛藤があったと思うよ。でも今日この大きな問題は小さな問題になった。
小さな問題ですの？わしにはわかるぞ。例えるなら、お前とわしは秘密の知識を共有しておるが、わしと彼女は生死と運命を共に背負っておるといったところか？なんですって！それが小さなことですの。陰謀派はよく、一人の身に降りかかる一つの出来事は巨大なものじゃが、歴史の中では極めて些細なものであるという。個人の運命など全体から見れば小さなものじゃ。
残念ながら僕は正論派出身だから、研究対象はもっと身近なものなんだ。実際問題、人に関わることが重要じゃないはずないんだけどね。
つまり、私たちの存亡に関わる問題はお互いに関係のある小さな問題に解体されて、一人一人が背負うことになった、ということですの。一つの秘密を多くのものと分かち合えば、一つの大きな運命に多くのものを結びつけることができるのじゃ。他のものには想像もつかんことかもしれん。じゃが、わしら学者にとっては、いずれ取らざるを得ん選択肢として常に頭の片隅にあるのじゃ。
知識の共有は運命に抗う有効手段だ。僕はこれからもずっとそう信じ続けるよ。よし、これで運び終わったね。
お二人ともよく頑張ってくれましたわね。次は機器の調整をお願いしますの。
はあ。
よし、材料は全部揃った。これで次の段階に進めるな。アルハイゼン、君の方はどうだ？
R の情報は大抵古い砂漠の文字で記録されている。この砂漠の文字で綴られているのはどこかの部族の言語だ。こっちは字の形からしてオアシス文字の仲間らしいな。
まさか読み方がもう伝わってないんじゃん。
一部はな。近しい言語の法則から推測するしかない。だが幸いこの中には失われていた情報を保管する資料もある。写し終わったら教令員に持ち帰ろ
う。なあ、他にも R が起動した後に現れた2つの文があるんだ。読めるかい？
人は神の文字を読むことなどできない。それを読もうとする限りは勝利は容易に得られるべきではない。なぜならそれは神の知恵を象徴するものであるからだ。認識は揺るがされるべきではない。その本質には外的な限界があるからだ。
謎を解くためのヒントか？それとも何かを暗に示しているのか？読み取れないなら読まなければいい。 勝利は知恵であり、認識には境界がある。待て、思いついたかもしれない。やっぱりこれはメタファーなんだ。つまり
盤面か。
So what? We have to play our way across it
確
like in
か
Harry
に君の
Potter?
言う通り、最近の若者は謎解きが得意らしいな。
校舎の中のあまたの秘密も少しずつ解き明かされてきただろう。R が知恵の届く場所である以上、遅かれ早かれこの日はやってくると思っていた。
俺は昔から文を複雑にしすぎるのには反対だ。書くのも読むのも疲れないか。
ちょうどいいところに R について研究していたら、この盤面が起動してしまったんです。
お三方は毎日食後の暇つぶしにこれをやっていると聞いた。さぞかし心得があるんだろ
う。確かに親王が残したあまたの奇跡の中でも彼の5番はとりわけ評判が良い。もし君たちが神の5番を訪れたことがあるなら、このコマに見覚えがあるはずだ。
もしかしてこれは R の内部が顕在化したもの？
その通り。来訪者への準備は万全だ。法則通りに盤面の試練を達成して初めて R の上書きが許可される。
待ってください。それは危険なのでは？
ああ、当然危険だ。
なら僕が行く。君はここで待っていてくれ。
周りから少しずつ自信を借りてきたか？
な、僕は先輩だぞ。先輩が後輩を守ろうとするのは当たり前だろ。
気持ちは受け取っておくが、盤上ゲームというのは二人でやるものだ。それにこの手のゲームなら安全性は制御できるはずだ。局面が安定するのはあなたたちにとっても好都合だろう。
確かに。対局の難易度を調整してくださるのならお手柔らかにお願いできますか？
はあ、ベンヌは脅かしたがっていたのだがな。まあいい、わかった。
ありがとうございます。もちろん僕たちも気をつけます。見たところ普通の盤面じゃなさそうだね。相手を倒せばいいのかな？
いいな。我らの試練を乗り越えるのだ。
準備はできたか？
行こう。
第一局は俺からだ。
こんな妨害に意味があるとは思えないが、
この対局の鍵は力を合わせることにある。協力して解決しなければ反則とみなす。
僕の出番みたいだね。メラック、なんとかできるかい？
親王の一番のお気に入りだったプライマル構造体。そのチップが工具箱の中で生きているとは面白い。
ほう、なかなかやるではないか。
How am I supposed to play?
第一局は俺からだ。
こんな妨害に意味があるとは思えないが、
この対局の鍵は力を合わせることにある。協力して解決しなければ反則とみなす。
僕の出番みたいだね。メラック、なんとかできるかい？
親王の一番のお気に入りだったプライマル構造体。そのチップが工具箱の中で生きているとは面白い。
ほう、なかなかやるではないか。
I don't know, man. I think I'll just call it a day. Thank you guys for coming then, and I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of Zenless. Let's see if what will be on this episode. Oh, let's.
勉学に励んでも頭が良くなるとは限らない。教令院にいる者たちを見ればわかることだが。I want. Hmm. 近頃はごちゃごちゃした申請が多いな。すべて却下しておくとしよう。Go.